Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first matchup of the NBA Cup. There is a lot of excitement in this building tonight. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. And for both these teams, it's game one of the NBA Cup. Chance to notch a regular season win and, more importantly, start strong in this group round.
Yeah, it's important to gain some early momentum because you can be out of this in a hurry. We've seen good teams blink, and they're gone.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. We've got D'Angelo Russell. Davis is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Jamal Murray, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. And Davis gets it to go.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
McCollum kicks to Ingram. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Now here is Davis. He's tightly guarded. There's Russell with the 3. And it's Williamson with the rebound. And it's McCollum off the drive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And GA, what you have to admire about C.J. McCollum is he is the consummate pro.
Yeah, at this stage of his career, he's the adult in the room. And he's grown into a connector on the floor while still being that professional scorer.
Throw good, McCollum. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman.
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time he checked the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, pencil him in. 20 to 30 in those range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. Russell's got a couple of threes now in the first for Denver. Williamson with a screen for Ingram. Williamson outside. Pass to Alvarado. Takes a 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Tries the spin move. Russell kicks to Jordan. Pocket 6. Murray dishes to Jordan. Off on the layup. The Pelicans have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. A 3 from McCollum. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Davis against Williamson. And it's Davis missing. Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Alvarado. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Showing great vision that time. Zion delivers the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Russell from down in the low post. It goes. Russell's got 8. And so McCollum will bring it up for New Orleans. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now here's Murray. He's defended by Alvarado. Davis kicks to Porter. There's Russell with the 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Well, when you can build your lead with the second unit on the floor, that makes the game a heck of a lot easier.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Tyson Daniels checked in for Jose Alvarado. Christian Brown's checked in for Denver. And so here's Denver. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, C.J. McCollum has talked about his fit on the Pelicans. He says, with my skill set, I can play in any environment, style, and system. With this group, it's just about me making the right plays and finding my offense without taking away opportunities for B.I. and Z to get theirs. Kevin?
That's true, David. You know, shooting always helps, and he's got some talented guys around him for sure. Trey Murphy's checked in for C.J. McCollum. On the wing, Murray. Davis setting the pick for Murray. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Loads it up for Williamson. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, what a great target Zion makes for on the lob. Nobody's going to get to the ball except him.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Davis sets a screen. Here's Brown. The Nuggets with another miss.
That was a good look for the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Shoots the three. Cranes the three-pointer.
Yeah, great outside shooting. Really fueling this run.
Murray the pass to Davis. To halt the run, and it falls over the rim and in. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
Here's Ingram. Again, the Pelicans score.
And an impressive handle there from Ingram, proving how effective he can be with the ball in his hands.
Here's Murray. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 4. And finished off by Williamson.
Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
Outside Porter for 3. They grab their own miss. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Ingram. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Davis setting the pick for Porter. The good-looking shot from the wing.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Fires top of the key. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Pelicans lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. Then there's Peyton Watson. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Huff in at the center position. We know very few players in the league, Stan, can put up points with the ease that Michael Porter Jr. can do.
One of the prettiest shots in the league, Kevin. He's got great size, he's got that high release, and he gets it off quick. When he's shooting it well, he can take over a game.
And he rebounds well, too. He does other things in addition to scoring.
Well, that's where he's really improved, doing those other things.
Puts one up from 19, and it's good for 2. And the Nuggets lead by 1.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
For 3, Caldwell-Pope. It's rebounded by New Orleans. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this is game 1 of the group play stage of the NBA Cup. Teams are divided into 6 groups of 5.
And while those groups are randomly selected in the drawing, there is an attempt to kind of keep them balanced with teams slotted from different tiers based on their previous season record.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Alvarado's checked in. And Denver also making a switch. Russell, he's checked in for Christian Braun.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
McCollum, no good.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Russell's got the lead up to 5 now for Denver. Pass to Daniel. And timeout called by Willie Green. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And you think the Nuggets would get to the line a lot more, but Stan, over the last few years, that has not been the case.
Well, part of that is they don't force anything. They work for open looks. They're not trying to bait you into fouls.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. And Denver with a change here, too. Murray's checked in. There's Russell with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And that one is good. And that's 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
That's a nice touch around the rim. McCollum makes the most of his opportunities down there.
Here's Murray. And they double up Murray. And a wide open look for Porter. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Murray, the pass to Huff. Porter against Ingram. Stolen by McCollum. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, getting out in the open court there, and Ingram just finishes off the break.
Russell kicks to Watson. Pass to Murray. Over Alvarado. Murray, no good.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taken.
McCollum, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
The shot's good. Watson's got his first points of the night.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Here's McCollum. 11 points in the game. Here's Ingram. Again, the Pelicans score.
Yeah, and it seems like he's getting more comfortable with each bucket.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Williamson is checked in for the Pelicans. Tyson Daniels comes in for McCollum. Denver leading by 4. Russell high post. He's got 10. Wide open look here for Murray. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Murray's got 5.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Ingram. And he banks in the layup. And that's 10 points for Brandon Ingram.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Russell finds Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Can't get it to fall.
Well, I know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here's Ingram. And Davis pulls it down. Denver's gone 4 of 7 on 3-point shots in the second quarter. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a cliche, but the Nuggets certainly have strong values. Coach Michael Malone says open and honest conversation. That's the best way to have a real team. We talk about family a lot in our locker room. Families don't always get along, but they have to communicate. All the guys that are willing to speak up, that's invaluable. Kevin?
Can't put a price on it, David. Thank you. The drive by Williamson.
A two-way star, AD has led the league in shot blocking on multiple occasions.
And we have a timeout called by Michael Malone. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. So for the Pelicans, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Trey Murphy, and McCollum subbed in for Daniels. And then for Denver, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Filipowski. Peyton Watson comes in for Anthony Davis, and Porter subbed in for Christian Brown. And stolen by Williamson. Alvarado passes to Olynyk, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Olynyk's got his first basket.
Well, he can really bully you in there. Olynyk is a tough assignment close to the basket.
Porter, that one off the back iron and out. McCollum outside. Back to Ingram. The three. That one no good. Here's Russell. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. With Mike Malone, as the second half approaches, Coach, what are you looking for?
Execution, pace, and purpose with everything that we do, and making sure that when we call a set, we know what we're trying to accomplish, and get the ball to where our players can be effective.
We'll see if they can fix that in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Greetings, everybody. Before we review the...
Taking a look here at Denver, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by the end of the year.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Nuggets.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
Yeah, in the second half, though, they got to mix it up a little more because those who live by the three, you know the rest.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And now let's check in with David Aldridge to see how Anthony Davis is doing. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I just talked with Denver's head athletic trainer. He told me it's a sprained ankle. Of course, those can be tricky. And as you can see, he's already back on the court. How about that? that, Kevin.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it is all.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
The wingman, McCollum, along with Ingram. Olynyk is out there with Williamson. And it's Alvarado in at the point. And that's the group for Willie Green as we begin the second half. And it's Ingram missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Jordan dishes to Porter. Shoots over Ingram. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jordan. Porter's got the lead up to 10 now for Denver. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
McCollum kicks to Williamson. Ingram passes to Alvarado. Davis against Williamson. Sweet move. Bucket is good. Williamson's got 6.
And such a force moving around the paint. Zion goes where he wants.
Puts one up from 19. Pelicans with the rebound. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Jordan. Looking to get it going. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Attention to detail is what's helped Russell improve his scoring ability every year.
And McCollum with the slam.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Porter in the corner. Murray outside. Williamson with the block.
Well, the speed that Zion gets off the floor. He made the most of it on that block. Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Lets it go from the wing. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Ingram.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Zion Williamson. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Ingram with it. Outguarded by Murray. And it's Ingram missing. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here's Davis. Davis doing his thing inside.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
Olynyk finds McCollum. Back to Olynyk. That's in. Coming off the assist from McCollum. McCollum's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Russell. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Ingram. Jordan with the rebound.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Here's Davis. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Ingram with it. 12 points for him. Drives to the hoop. Can't hit from the low block.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Daniels is checked in. And you know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised. Nothing seems to bother him.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Brown, the pass to Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. Porter looking it over. The Nuggets with another miss. Pelicans trail by 11. Williamson outside. Olynyk has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 5 assists in the game. Murray right side. Davis. Murray finds Davis. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Ingram. Porter with a block.
The size of Porter can sneak up on you. He's a surprising 6'10".
So for the Pelicans, Herbert Jones, he's checked in for Olynyk, and Trey Murphy's subbed in for Ingram. Denver also making some changes. Huff's jacked in, and it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Murray. Porter in the corner. Fires for 3. Pelicans pull it in. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jacks up a 3. Good on the 3-point shot. He's got 6.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Outside for Davis. Denver passing it around. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And the 3 ball is good. Caldwell-Pope's got 9.
Caldwell-Pope is a well-practiced shooter. Once the ball is in his hands, he's into his motion.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
The Pelicans have gone 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Jose Alvarado, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Peyton Watson, he's checked in for Denver. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Christian Brown.
You can call Dyson Daniels a 6'8" point guard. He is great handling the ball, and let me tell you, few better defenders than Daniels in the league.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
Here's McCollum. Well, shot off that time. Caldwell-Pope with some nice D. From the arc. A shot that time, not on target. And so it's Denver. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Nuggets, they've got Peyton Watson. D'Angelo Russell out there with Murray. And it's Huff in at the pivot, manning the middle. It's Russell with the drive. An easy 2 points on the layup. Russell's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver. Now for New Orleans, shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Daniels from outside. Rebound by the Nuggets. Huff's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Alvarado. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Now here's Jones. And here's Daniels. Here's Ingram. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, you know Ingram has such a good all-around game. No problem at all from that mid-range area.
And it's Murray with the jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Pass to Watson. A three ball. Again, the miss by Murray.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
And it's Ingram missing. The Nuggets leading by 15. Murray outside. Lets it go with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Well, that's his first three here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Herbert Jones. And Denver with the change here, too. Jordan's checked in. And there's the whistle. That's going to go on Christian Brown. That's his first foul. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Murray.
For the Nuggets, number 10, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Bangs home the trifecta.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Here's Russell, and it's good. He's made 2 for every one he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Olynyk, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, offensively, he's doing his best to keep them in this game. But they might need someone else to step up as well.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Williamson is checked in for Ingram, and it's C.J. McCollum in for Dyson Daniels. Brown, the pass to Watson. For 3, Caldwell-Pope. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Pass to Alvarado. McCollum with the ball. And here is Williamson. He's guarded by Russell. Just 5 on the clock. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Williamson.
Well, Zion's so hard to deal with inside, and he'll make the right play almost every time.
Russell from deep three-point territory. Can't connect from long distance.
Well, he hit a couple of threes in the first half, but none since then.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And the Pelicans making a change. Ingram's checked in.
Into the lineup for your Pelicans.
The 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Now Alvarado. Watson kicks to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Brown. Nailed from three-point land.
3.
And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Nice handoff by Caldwell-Pope, making a well-timed pass.
And McCollum launches it from deep. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Nuggets have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the 4th quarter. Russell finds Jordan. From downtown, another 3 for Denver.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Olynyk. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Peyton Watson. Porter comes in for Christian Brown. And Murray subbed in for Caldwell-Pope. It's Porter outside, and it's Williamson with the rebound. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. Ingram wide open. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
And it's Michael Malone calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And Denver has possession. They lead by 14. Porter passes to Davis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Nuggets.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Russell against McCollum. And it's Russell missing. Williamson outside. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Fades away. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Alvarado. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Assist, C.J. McCollum.
Here's Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assisted, D'Angelo Russell.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. And tonight, not just a regular season. Thank you, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So